You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rodrance, for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about the Washington Redskins name coming back, and it's pretty clear the Washington Commanders, the artist formerly known as the Redskins, they have come out, made a public statement, and they have made it clear that they have chosen to turn their backs on Native Americans. They have come out, they have made a statement, they will not restore the Redskins name, regardless of overwhelming support and efforts led by actual Native Americans. And before we just jump into the story, all I got to do is show you, this is the Naga leadership team. Okay? This is the Naga leadership team. There's Eunice Davison. She is the head and the leader. Guys, Navajo Nation, Kiowa tribe, right there. I mean, this is a number. Abenaki Nation, right there. These are all actual Native Americans. There is a lot of information on their website about their growing efforts across the country to try to make sure that Native American names are respected, nicknames are respected, and to make sure they don't get canceled, because we know the Washington Commanders and Dan Snyder, when he owned the team, bent the knee to the wokes, to the people that said they were offended. We've said before, and a lot of this is coming from white social justice warriors, all right, people that have been indoctrinated by woke professors, liberal colleges. You guys all know the standard operating procedure and the drill, and the people who get these movements going to try to cancel something. Well, they've been leading the fight. Of course, they put up this petition. It's now got 129,562 signatures on it. Change the Washington Commanders back to the Redskins. Guys, all you got to do is go out there. I've made videos on this, and they break this down, exactly what the Redskin name means, why it needs to be restored. And the Commanders, their new ownership, Josh Harris, their team president, they have decided to give a double middle finger to Redskins fans, and I think more repugnantly to Native Americans, to actual Native American Indians that are proud, and we're proud of this name. We've seen it. It's going on in sports. The Cleveland Indians got canceled. And they've already, we've seen the movement. They've come after the Blackhawks, the Braves, the Chiefs, the Seminoles. And I don't know where it stops. I really don't. But this is a damn shame, and it is sad. This is Outkick, the great Armando Seguero. That's right, formerly of Woke ESPN. If you're nostalgic or older, simply don't like the idea of getting things canceled because it's supposedly offensive to everybody, this is not for you, because the Washington Commanders have apparently made a significant decision about their nickname. Now, if you don't know about Armando, he's one of the best NFL insiders in the game, has been as long as I can remember. It's not going to change back to the Redskins. Quote, going back to the old name is not being considered. Club president Jason Wright said Wednesday during a segment on 106.7 The Fan in Washington. Then he put even more emphasis on it by saying, period. That is a direct quote. They are not going to bring the name back. The franchise name was changed from the Redskins to the Washington Football Team. Frankly, I like the Washington Football Team better than I like the Commanders. Commanders is an awful name. in 2020 and renamed Commanders in 2021 because a significant social justice movement deemed Redskins a racial slur. Despite this, enough fans to fill a stadium 2 times over have been hopeful that they would change the name back to the Redskins and that it was in the cards. That hope rose when ownership changed hands from Dan Snyder to a group led by Josh Harris. Then Magic Johnson, one of the investors and club minority owners, suggested on the Today Show another name change was possible. Quote, I think everything's on the table, especially after this year. We'll see where we are with the name, but I can't say right now. Wright has apparently said in improving the fan experience and winning is their top priority. Quote, we have 3 big priorities with new ownership. He said on the B. Mitch and Finley show, building a championship caliber team on the field, investing in amenities, we need to do so, improving the guest experience and re-engaging with the community. It goes on to talk about how many signatures is on that. And by the way, their premium sales manager, and it's going to talk about this. I did this video yesterday or the day before. The premium sales manager for the Commanders was exposed. In an exchange, I guess he was trying to get somebody that had canceled their luxury suites when they got rid of the Redskins name. He came out and accused this Native American group of being fake. All right, and as you can imagine, that did not set well with Native Americans at all. The Redskins name stood for some 90 years. An arrow logo was changed to that of a Native American warrior in full headdress in 1971. It was abandoned along with the nickname in 2020. The previous logo was designed by a man named Walter Blackie Wessel. Blackie Wessel was a councilman and chairman of the Blackfeet Nation and president of the National Congress of American Indians. He was known as a staunch advocate for indigenous people. Wetzel said before his death in 2003 that the logo was inspired by Blackfeet Chief John Two Guns Whitecalf. Wetzel's grandson, Don, wrote an editorial in the Great Falls Tribune. He wrote, the logo signaled Blackfeet power, quote, introduce that power into the minds of our nation and our world. The Washington Redskins won 3 Super Bowls, and it's a damn shame. They're 18-21, by the way, in the last 3 seasons since, but it is a real shame that the Washington Commanders have decided to take this approach. It's also, and I'm going to be real. I'm offended that they decided not to listen to the Native Americans on this. I mean, who the hell are you supposed to be deferring to exactly? I mean, aren't they the ones you supposedly canceled the name over offending? And when they come back and tell you, not only are we not offended, but we are offended by the fact that you won't honor our legacies by restoring the name. You're pissing on Native Americans, Washington Commanders. Can't you see that? I just showed you the leadership. I mean, there's pictures of this leadership group out there, and it's so very obvious they're not a fake group, and these are real Native American people. And they've given a full history on why the Redskins name needs to come back. And guys, it's lengthy. It is very lengthy why this name should be restored. Not to mention the football side, the great legacy of the Redskins. Joe Gibbs, Art Monk, Darrell Green, John Riggins, Joe Theismann, the Hogs. We all know Sean Taylor, rest in peace. This name needs to come back. Look, I'm a Niners fan. Make no mistake, to somebody that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, the Redskins meant something, even to me as a Niners fan. Bears, Packers, Cowboys, 49ers, Redskins. It was just something about that. The Giants, it all went together. I'm sorry, but Cowboys versus Commanders has no ring to it whatsoever. There's no history there. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. But when you say Redskins versus Cowboys, you bet everybody in the room perks up. It becomes appointment television. It's ridiculous. It's shameful. And this is offensive to Native Americans that the Redskins name will not be restored. What a middle finger. I guess, like I put in my title the other day, the racist Commanders give a middle finger to the Native Americans. Unbelievable. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Make sure you subscribe. Wow. 130,000 signatures, folks. Off to a bad start, Josh Harris. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.